Hello everyone, in this video what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain your weekly analysis assignment. First off, let me explain what the assignment is and is not. So let's start off here in Blackboard. First of all, go to the Assignments tab. Then go to the Weekly Analyses folder. And here it is. Weekly Analysis 1. This written assignment shall be an analysis in which the student chooses approximately 1 week of class on which to report and describes in their own words the content lectured upon and read that week. This is not to be a mere regurgitation of lecture notes, but an analysis of 1 week of lectures in the student's own words. All essay submissions must be in double-spaced, 12-point Times Roman font with 1-inch margins with Chicago-style footnote citations and should be of a length of 2 to 3 pages within the above specified parameters. Documents not in this format shall not be accepted. All documents are to be submitted on time per the assignment in the proper Dropbox in Blackboard under the Assignments tab as a Microsoft Word attachment. This assignment is due by end of day February 5th, 2021. Originally it was due January 31st, but I've pushed it to February 5th. So in 2 pages, what I want you to do is just talk about something that we discussed in class, something that we talked about, but I want to hear it in your own words. This is not a research paper. Frankly, I don't want you to go out and look at outside sources for this. What I want you to do is take what we did in class and talk about it in 2 pages and learn how to do that within the specified format, which we'll talk about in just a moment. So does it actually have to be a week's worth of stuff? No. If there's something that interested you and you could talk about that in 2 double-spaced pages, do it. I really want to hear your take on it. I don't want to see you copy something from some website out there or just merely copy stuff from the book. Talk about something. Here's what we discussed. Here's what I think about it. And it doesn't need to be one thing either. It could be what we talked about this. Here's what I think about this. Here's what I talked about this. Here's what I think about this. And we get to the full 2-page mark, you're good. So now let's talk about some of the content that you have with this weekly analysis 1. You have a paper formatting exemplar, which will basically show you what the format of the paper should look like. And you have 3 examples of weekly analyses. Weekly analysis good, it's a paper that was all right. And you have a couple of examples of student papers where the names have been redacted, where I have a paper that was pretty good, a paper that was not so good, and a paper that was absolutely terrible. Let's take a look at this content that you have available to you. Let's start with the formatting exemplar. When you download it, here it is. So this gives you an example of what the title page should look like. And then once you get into it, there are comments in here all throughout that will show you some things you either should or shouldn't do in the context of the Chicago Manual of Style. But it's all here, exactly what the format should look like, and you can click on these comments and it will give you bits of advice. Make sure you do this thing, don't do this thing. There are examples at the bottom of what the footnote should look like. If we skip to the end, if you used outside sources, here's an example of what the works cited page looks like. Now I have a lot of stuff here, not because I expect you to have a lot in your paper. What I have in here are examples of the different kinds of references that you might encounter. So that's why it's here. Not because I expect this to look like this, but just in case something comes up where you're like, I want to cite this. When should I cite something? If you quote it, that is, you say exactly what it says. If you allude to it, that is, you make reference to it. Or if you paraphrase it, that is, in your own words, you kind of summarize what it says. All of those require a citation. So if you do reference something, make sure you put a citation. If you don't, you're in danger of plagiarism. So with plagiarism, it's better safe than sorry. If you're referencing anything, go ahead and put a citation there, even if you're not certain. Like, should I cite that or not? Go ahead and do it. Better safe than sorry. But please do consult the exemplar to see how to do block quotations, how to use quotation marks effectively, how to do footnotes. It's all there. All right, let's talk about the good weekly analysis. We'll start there. This one, it's got a cover page. It's got last name and page number in the top right corner. The content here looks pretty good. It's organized into paragraphs. It's at least 2 full pages. It spills over a little bit into page 3. And actually, you'll notice neither are there footnotes, nor is there a works cited page, because there were no outside citations in this paper, and this one is fine. This made an A. All right, this one's pretty bad. 1, it's only a page. However, it's got some formatting features going for it. It's got the last name and page number up here. It's actually about stuff that we discussed in class. It's an attempt at analysis, but it's not very good. but it's at least trying. This one, for a first analysis, I might give a high F. For a third analysis, probably a low F. And then this is the one that's terrible. It's terrible because the student was not even trying. This is obviously stuff that's been copied and pasted from some kind of website without attribution. There's no formatting here that's right. This is in the wrong font. It's double spaced. It's got that going for it. There's no last name and page number. Its margins are ridiculous. It's in a center justification. And most of the content is just copied and pasted from a website. And occasionally it looks like a thesaurus was used on every 10th word. So this one would be a low F. Not a 0. They turned something in. But this is not it. So, to turn in your assignment, click on Weekly Analysis 1. Go to Browse Local Files and find your own file and attach it. It should be a Microsoft Word document. And then go down to the bottom right corner here and click Submit, and your file shall be submitted. All right, that's how to turn in your weekly analysis. Please do email me if you have any further questions on this assignment. I'll be more than happy to help you out.